Welcome back to Adventure Extravagance. I'm Abby, and I'm so excited that you're joining me for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. This is hands down going to be my favorite video so far. We're going to see all the candy spots, we're going to watch all the parades and shows, and we are going to have a spooky time. So come on, let's have an adventure. For those of you that don't know, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is Disney World's epic Halloween party at Magic Kingdom. They do not have any major thrills, there's no horror houses. It is all designed for great family fun. And the upside is it is also a disability friendly event. Hey, I just met you guys. Where are you from?
New Jersey. Orlando.
Awesome. Well, I heard this is your first time at the party?
Yes.
What is your favorite thing so far about Mickey's Not So Scary?
Currently that I get to dress up as a princess in Disney World.
You make the most amazing narrative ever.
Thank you.
Really good with
Thank
that
you so
costume.
much.
Awesome. What's your favorite thing?
I'm very excited to see some of my friends in the castle show and the parade tonight.
Oh, that'll be awesome. How special that you know them.
Yeah, so
Very
fun.
cool. We will be rooting for them when we watch it.
Yes, for sure.
My friends, there is a reason that they open the park at 4. The lines through baggage check and through check-in can be very long. And so you want to make sure you come early. That way you don't miss any of the party, but also to give yourself a chance to get through without any stress or drama and just have an enjoyable party entrance. So the one thing I will say is that the employees don't seem to have a consensus on what you need, because one employee told me that for the DAS pass I needed a paper and that my DAS pass wouldn't work during the event. But when I went to guest services, they said that's not true, that your DAS pass will work up until 6, and then from 6 to 7 there'll be a break in the time that your DAS pass works, and then after 7 through the end of the party your DAS pass is just fine. And so that's the thing you need to know, is that your DAS pass will work, but it won't work during between 6 and 7, and it will work for the Jack Skellington meet and greets and all of those things. It'll basically work for everything. The other thing I was told is that all supports that are normally offered are also offered during this event. They've added ramps to the trick-or-treat trails to allow them to be accessible to everyone, and they attempted to make this event as sensory friendly as possible. Disney decorations are such a treat. Look at this. They have incredible photo spots with silly scarecrows and fun pumpkins. Their window displays have your favorite characters having spooky fun, and every building and ride is decorated to perfection. It literally immerses you in the magic. All right, well, we were told by guest services that we need to go before 7 and get our trick-or-treat bags. So there is a big green bus in the way, and they're supposedly going to have a huge trove of candy.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And then we're going to look at the map and find all the trick-or-treat spots around, and we're going to go trick-or-treating. I have a question for you. Okay, so here's the 411 on the allergy bags. The regular bags look like this. The allergy bags are blue. They said that they cover nut, soy, gluten, everything. And at each place that you can pick up candy, they have a list of what the allergy candy has in it and what allergy candies are optional. So they're very, very transparent, so you can make sure that you don't get something that'll make you sick. In previous years, Disney's given hard candy and things that wouldn't melt, but this year, they're back to giving M&Ms and Snickers and yummy chocolates. Although it is 98 degrees today, so you may want to refrigerate it when you get home. So here at Casey's Corner, they have an elixir of youth, and it's special just for the party. They also have a pain and gain hot dog with spicy onion and sriracha, but I'm not that brave, so today we're going to try the elixir of youth. Let's give it a try. About coming early is we got a table inside of Casey's Corner, and it is air conditioned. So it is kind of nice to get here, get your bearings, have a little dinner. The event does last until midnight, but it's just nice to be able to sit in the air conditioning. All the walk-ups were over an hour long, and most mobile ordering had stopped. So Casey's was a very welcome break, and it is right here next to the Cinderella Castle, so it's close to the stage show. It's centrally located to all the fun events, but let's have some dinner.
It's a black tea slushie with kiwi foam and Winifred chocolate piece.
Huh.
So let's see what it tastes like.
Adventurous. What do you think of the elixir of life?
I feel like I'm 5 years younger already.
What does it taste like?
Tastes like a tea slushie. Tea slushie, yeah, it's a black tea, so it tastes like a tea slushie. It tastes pretty good. It's a little sweet.
All right, I like tea, so I'm hopeful. Let's have a go.
I cannot believe I'm doing this again for you. Okay, so just so you guys know, the man did not hit record, and I put the nastiest thing I've ever tasted in the world in my mouth. And apparently I'm going to do it again because he didn't record. So maybe this time it'll be better. What do you think? Like, I don't know. It might be the green stuff on top. It's like a mental. It's like you're putting slime in your mouth. But let's see. Maybe it'll be better this time. Oh, no. No. If sweet tea and apple juice had a baby that also contained 1,000,000 pounds of sugar, that would be this drink. It's like a trick. You're like, they name it something really cool. Who doesn't want the elixir of life? And then you take it in your mouth and it tries to come through your nose because it's that sweet. Maybe you might like it. I'm gonna say hard pass. We are here with Sunshine, and she has been so sweet and agreed to tell me what her favorite thing about Mickey's Not So Scary is. What do you like about it?
My favorite thing about Mickey's Not So Scary Party is all the little princesses and princes, because they make my day every day.
Aw, they are adorable, aren't they? And
Yes.
they have some very imaginative costumes.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
So let's talk a little bit about Mickey's Not So Scary. There are some awesome things about this event. Number one, it doesn't matter your developmental level or age, you can dress up. The only thing they ask is that you not look identical to cast members so that you don't confuse any of the guests coming. So that is super fun. Number two, doesn't matter your age. If you have a party ticket, you get to trick or treat, and they will never ask you to say trick or treat. You can hold out your bag, someone can hold it out for you. It doesn't matter. A super inclusive trick-or-treating. And to make it even better, it's not on a specific trail where everybody files down. It's not a congested area. They spread it out across the whole park so that every spot is spread out and isn't overstimulated for anybody. I think just the level of thought they put in and the level of inclusion they're trying to have is absolutely inspiring. And I think all the other parks in the area should look at this event and say, how can I be more inclusive? They have ramps to make sure everyone can trick or treat. They are changing the way that they do the park so that there are sensory areas in the party. Just so much advocacy going on here.
Another thing to keep in mind is that all the rides are open during the party. And so you can have much lower wait times. You can get to ride some things that you wouldn't normally get to ride. And so check out your trick or treat and your show times and all that kind of stuff. And then plan your day. Figure out how you can pack as much fun as you can into one evening. So each of the trick or treat events are clearly labeled on the map. They have a special blue pumpkin for your hypoallergenic treats, and they have lollipops for your regular treats. And this is the treat line. As you can see, it's not too long. Just starts there and it goes in, and you trick or treat right inside of there. I love that you get to come in the air conditioning for some of the trick or treat trails. Yes, on a 98-degree day, this is important.
So we have been going around asking everyone what their favorite thing about Mickey's Not So Scary is, but maybe you're wondering what my favorite thing about Mickey's Not So Scary is, and that is seeing everyone in their cute costumes, and also just how alive the park comes at night. I am a sucker for holidays. Christmas, Halloween, I love it. Like the chance to be festive and decorate and celebrate, I'm all about it. So just getting out and doing all the new things and trying all the new food and seeing everybody in costume, love it. So if a family member or individual comes in who has a disability where maybe they're nonverbal or they have a difficult time saying trick or treat, will they be asked or expected to say trick or treat to get candy?
No, not at all. Everybody's allowed to get candy. As long as you see a smiling face, we're all right.
Is there an age limit for people to get candy? Anybody can, regardless of...
Anybody can get candy.
Aw, thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
Another fun feature about the Trick or Treat Trail is that most of them are at shows and restaurants. The one at Philharmonic actually has movies that it doesn't normally show on its main screen. So you can sit and relax and get out of the noise and chaos and come and watch a movie that's not usually available right here. I really want to applaud Disney for taking the time to create such sensory breaks within the park. The Philharmonic area, the Monsters Laugh floor, the grassy area near the castle, all of those are just great examples of how Disney's trying to make this event as inclusive as possible. Ariel is so rarely out. It's such a treat. Prince Eric and Ariel are out today for the party. I was so excited about the first dance party of the night. It was in the Storybook Circus tent. It had a wheelchair ramp down, and when we got there, all the characters were being so sweet to the individuals in wheelchairs and the individuals who had autism. They were being so inclusive. It was inspiring. But that being said, this ended up being the least favorite of the 3 dance parties, and that is because the only employees or cast members there were handlers for the characters, and they didn't try to inspire the kids to dance. They weren't having fun. So what it ended up being was a large group of kids huddling around Doc McStuffins, Vampirina, Fancy Nancy, and all their favorite characters. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing. If your child has autism and a difficult time doing traditional meet and greets, this is perfect. They don't have to have great social skills. They don't have to follow any kind of protocol. They can just be near their favorite characters and act any way they want to act, and they're good. So I think for this particular situation, this is a really great meet and greet that they labeled a dance party. Out in Storybook Circus, they had Mickey, Minnie, Winnie the Pooh, and pals, and all of your favorite characters out in their Halloween costumes doing meet and greets. It was so exciting, and it was such a pleasure to walk through the train. I missed the train, and I got to trick or treat at it today. A lot of rides like the Teacup actually get a makeover for the party, but sometimes that means strobe lights. There are actually some lights that go off during this ride, and so if a ride is decorated unique for the party and you have issues like epilepsy or things like that, you may want to ask them what lights and flashing things like that have been added that I may not be aware of. But the decorations are absolutely on point. They're so fun, and it just adds a little extra magic to the party.
What is it, Medic? I smell children. There's no game out there. No dressing. You gotta close. Of course it are. Remember what happened at our last Halloween? We burnt the Sorry, I'm Dr. Fly. We are returned. We'll celebrate Halloween and throw the most famous Halloween party this kingdom has ever seen. Here you go, baby. Well done, Sister Sarah. I knew I kept you around for a reason. If not, let's get this party started. We will leave off first, but I hope you hope this party goes on. Stop, and you say, let's go. At midnight, and mysterious as the unknown. Very good, Sarah. We censorship.
A tip of the hat from the one and only Dr. Facilier, also known as the Shadow Man.
Shadow Man. Shadow Man.
Now I hear y'all are in need of some sinister shadow.
Maybe.
Well, you're in luck because ladies, I can deliver.
And what makes you think we need your help, Shadow Man?
Don't you disrespect me, lady. Don't.
My hocus pocus party is coming together. Thank you, Dr. Clark, sir. We love to make so good. Oh, you fools, there ain't no time. The ingredients! Bring me the ingredients! Nefarious nightmares. As terrified as the shadow of the moon at night, filling dreams to the brim with Christ. Come in!
What have we here?
What's up?
What? I'm just little old Boogie Boogie. You know, the shadow of the moon at night. Little beads to the brim with
Are you ready? Yes. And what makes you feel so scary? Oh, the stuff that's made of that?
Now that's what I call nefarious. nightmares.
Well, no. Well, you see, I think you scared us, made our nightmares true, and then you cried. I know I cried.
I like that.
Oh, we know we get it. Oh, thank you, mister.
Okay. Wait, can we give it a
My focus, focus is working. Quick, give me the last ingredient. Yeah. Right. Cool things. Like how it's delicious.
Oh, no,
Goodbye.
Another party to which I wasn't invited.
Oh, great one. If we thought you would have come, we would have invited you. We're not ready. No, she's sweeter than I thought. And those horses.
I consider it but an oversight then.
Perhaps you can help us with our hocus party potions so that we may grow the most brilliant Halloween party this kingdom has ever seen.
Perhaps.
We were wondering, Your Excellency, if you could help with the last ingredient.
And that would be
Sprinkle bread!
Lauren Legend of business speed. I suppose for such an occasion I could conjure a few.
Oh, I know we would see eye to eye.
Listen well, all of you. It is frightful friends that you request. Each incantation calls forth again. Our queen by power and right. Bring poison apples and give us a fright. From the underworld's ungodly domain, we call forth its ruler of death and disdain. Come and inspire with devious plots, a desire for furs all covered in spots. Impress us, O pirate from a faraway land. Strike fear in our hearts with a horse for a hand. We invite and compel here a slithering snake with a sorcerer's power to give but not take. Enter, good lady, by thee we are graced. Though manners be proper, they are but two-faced.
Yes, I have never seen so many pirates split in one place. Is this what it feels like? My hocus party potion is complete!
The Halloween party is the Hocus Pocus show.
The Hocus Pocus show is your
Yes,
favorite?
yes.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I
Of
really
course.
appreciate it.
So another thing you may want to think about is something that we encountered tonight. You're a family member who has sensitivity to costumes or textures or even just loud noises and sounds may not be able to stand the same costume or clothes all night. So it's super important that you bring a change of clothes because just like for us, Xavier's overheating. He is very over the texture of the costume. And so he's having the best time, but we need to change him into shirts and shorts. And so I thought since that's something we're dealing with, that maybe you guys might want to remember that too, that it's really good to bring a change of clothes with different textures and things like that, especially things that are cooler to change into when you come to the party. The Monsters Laugh Factory has been completely transformed. Not only can you trick or treat as you enter the auditorium, but the monsters on the screen are doing crowd work. They're actually telling jokes with those walking by. They're interacting with the guests that are seated. But what I love about it is that it's air conditioned and it is set aside as a sensory safe area. So that means that you can come, you can have a break. They don't have any music pumping in there. The only noise is, of course, the monsters talking on the screen, but that is not dialed up very loud. You could hear it, but it's not overwhelming. Do have to give Disney props for the fact that the crowd work is not making fun of people. It's just getting people invested in dad jokes and little ways that they can interact with jokes that are previously existing.
Not all of the dance parties are made for everybody to dance. Some of them are dance competitions, and that can be fun too. Here in Tomorrowland, they're having a dance-off.
So after watching for a minute, what I realized is that every 15 to 30 minutes, the DJ is picking between 3 and 5 families based on the crowd level. And they are asking them to dance in stop and go style. And then the crowd is being asked to applaud for their favorite. And a winner is picked based on who the crowd believes is the best dancer for that set. The monsters are out. Sully is out right now. We've also seen some of the other Monster University and Laugh Factory monsters out. It is a lot of fun, and if your child doesn't mind rating other people or being rated, this might be a really fun dance party for you. Look over there. Who do you see? That is Elvis Stitch. I am telling you, they have some super rare meet and greets at this party. And if that line wasn't so long, I absolutely would be in it. But I want to make sure we get to all the rides that have actors and all the things for you tonight. So we're going to move on. Here at Cosmic Rays, they're doing the Zombie Bash. If you follow the Zombie versus Werewolf and Zombie versus Alien on Disney Plus, you will love this. The one thing to keep in mind is it's inside, very loud, and they do have some smoke. So it's a lot of fun for your preteen and teens, but if you're asthmatic, or if you have any problem with smoke in enclosed spaces, you may want to keep this in mind, but it seems like so much fun. The transformation at Pirates of the Caribbean is stunning. Look at the amazing lights. They have also added live actors. In previous years, there's been more actors. This time there were 2, but they were still a lot of fun, and it added to the festivities of the evening. Is a short drop on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Right as the flashy scroll happens, you're going to have a drop. People in the front get a little wet, but directly after that, when you're in the scene next to the pirate ship that's shooting the cannons, there are air cannons that can go up and blow in your face. There's also water cannons that go off, and if you are sitting on the right, you most likely will get wet. And if you have the opportunity to scoot to the middle, you may save yourself a good splashing of theme park water, so that's helpful. So far, they have always put the live actors on the bridges. So when you get to the part of the ride where there's a bridge above you, look up, because most likely that's where the live actors will be.
Oh, that's thank you for sharing, darling. If you find the treasure, bring it back to us. We'll inspect it for you for free.
I got a question for this boat. Does anybody have any booty on board? Say aye. Aye. Well, you better hide it. Barbosa just released the Kraken, and you don't want to show the Kraken your booty. It is true.
Look over there. It is Captain Jack Sparrow giving kids hugs and swashbuckling tips, and not even 10 steps away is the villain Jafar. Somebody go get Genie and let him know Jafar's loose. Powerline Max comes. Remember, it's just a pre-gamer. They're going to play the same song 4 times, and you're only going to be able to see him dance one of those 4 times, but the parade is coming, and that is not the actual parade. When that first float turns the corner and you see that light hit you in the darkness, it feels old school Disney. Like there's so much joy, and it makes you miss the Electric Light Parade. Look, there comes Tigger and all the 100 Acre Gang. They are just so amazing, and they are there with all the Disney princes and princesses, and they are dancing and having so much fun. I love that they include the good guys in the not so scary party. It just kind of lets kids know that yes, we're having a little spooky fun, but it's all in good nature, and the good guys are here, and it's just for fun. The only thing I wish is that they would have them in their costumes. I expected, Goofy to be in his pirate outfit and Piglet to be in his little butterfly outfit. That would have added a little something. Look at that gazebo coming up. We get Mickey this early in the parade. That is a treat. And look, he's in his costume. That's exciting. I know for the safety of the cast members, they can't switch places and walk around because they don't want them to fall on a moving thing, but I really wish they could because Minnie's on the far side and I want her to be on my side. And I really want to see her costume better and she's so cute. I looked over and saw Daisy coming up and I got super excited. So we may not have Minnie close to us, but we do have Daisy and she's wearing an all green outfit. And I thought at first it was going to be Robin Hood outfit, but no, it is a witch's costume, which is also very precious. Now the question becomes, can you dance like a pirate? I can, says me, says I. Avast ahoy, aye, aye. I swear Scully and Bones is the best concert we ever went to with the kids. They had him up on the Disney Springs stage one time when Chloe was very little, and it was awesome. And every time I see the Pirates in the Parade, I think about it. You're a big Tinkerbell fan like I am. Look up. She's up there on top of Peter Pan's treasure. And she's got her light up wand and she looks so precious. I really, really wish that they would bring her back in the light parade. That was absolutely a fantastic parade and I miss it. Okay, so these flag artists are so great. Like, they are into it. They are dancing their energy and they're twirling things and not dropping it and not hitting each other in the head. So props to those cast members because they are rocking it. And here comes Captain Barbossa, Elizabeth Swan, and Captain Jack. I really feel like they should have made the sails black. This was a very big missed opportunity to have the black pearl. I mean, it would be perfect for this event. I want to just say props to the Gravediggers. I am a grown adult, and to this day, every single time I see them, they creep me out in the best way. They really have a hardened and cold expression. Many of them keep their face in character the whole time. Their dance moves are on point, and they set the stage and the mood for all the Haunted Mansion part of this parade. You're ready for the ghosts and the dancers and the hitchhiking ghosts, and they set expectations for the next half of the parade. I know that this is supposed to be Haunted Mansion and Haunted House themed, but it really isn't that scary. It's a little spooky, but when I see this, I don't know how many of you had the Disney sing-alongs, but there was this one where Donald was dancing with these spooky trees, and they were kind of going in and out of the front of the Haunted Mansion in California, and that's what I think of every time I see this section, just a playful kind of spooky fun. I do straight up love that Disney made the ghost dancers that followed the bride to be more playful this year and a little bit happier ghosts, because when the Gravediggers were super serious and then the ghosts were super serious, sometimes it was kind of intense for the kids, and it does feel like they dialed back the intensity and the scariness a little bit and made it a little softer tone this year, and I love that. Okay, so I know that the 3 hitchhiking ghosts have names, and if you had asked me on any other night, I could name them for you. Somebody go in the comments and tell me what those ghost names are, because I feel like they just escaped my head the second I needed to tell you about it. So those are the hitchhiking ghosts from Haunted Mansion, and they are awesome, and I cannot remember their names to save my life right now. Look, Clarabelle gets her own hoedown. It's good that they followed the Haunted Mansion with something a little more Disney Junior, a little more upbeat to kind of bring the kids out of that spooky pace and more into the fun and dancing costumes. I think that was a great idea, Disney. This is actually pretty cool. Oh my goodness, they put the Country Bears in the parade. I have never seen them in the Boo Parade, and I think they had a huge opportunity missed here of playing the Blood on the Ground song that's in their main stage show. The rest of the stage show is super fun, but there's this one super creepy part about blood on the ground and blood on the saddle, and that would have been perfect for this parade and a great Easter egg. I can't believe they missed that opportunity. That's funny. I love that Disney created 2 characters in Daisy and Clarabelle that are always throwing parties and having dances to bring people together and make them happy. And I think it's great that they incorporated such positive traits in the parade as well as the cartoons. There are some space age dancers, so that means that Buzz must be coming up. I hope they gave him a cowboy. Oh, he's not wearing a costume. That would have been so funny if they would have put Buzz in a cowboy costume and Woody in a Buzz costume. I think that would have been just absolutely a trip.
He does have his little alien friends with him, and when I first saw the movie, I didn't appreciate those things near enough. But if you ride Toy Story Mania, they are so fun, and getting the little rings around them and their little reactions, I have come to really love those little aliens. Now we're on to Chloe's favorite part of the parade, The Incredibles. Xavier wanted to go as Dash this year, and we ordered his costume on Amazon. And I swear I think it would have been better if we ordered it on Wish. It came in and like one arm wasn't the right length and the leg holes weren't sewn big enough to get a human in. So it was disappointing, and he had to go as Captain America, which he also loves, but I was a little sad he didn't get to go as The Incredibles because they loved them so much. It's Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. I love them, but I wish they would have gotten costumes. What do you think they would have gone as? Drop in the comments. If you got to pick a costume for Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, what would you have picked? So this float coming by right now legit smells like candy, and it is making me so super hungry. But it is so fun. Look at it. It's got all the candy swirling around. It's got Vanellope on it from Wreck-It Ralph, and Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. I love this. So this next song is copyrighted, so I've got to talk over it, but it's called It's Good to Be Bad, and it's sang by the very fun Skeleton Crew every single year, and I absolutely love it. I'm glad they leave it in. It's just such a throwback to all the great Disney magic that stays the same over the years. Props to Disney for putting the villains in the parade. I mean, they're not trying to scare anybody. They're not doing anything villainy. They are just having fun. And they had the heroes earlier, and now they have the villains. So it's literally like everybody's coming together as a big group to have a party and celebrate. And I think it's awesome. I am here for it. But I also love that, at the spelltacular, everybody's so far away. Unless you camped out in front of the stage for an hour, then your view is pretty far away. You get to love the music, you get to love the idea of it and the lights on the castle, but here you get to see the villains close up. And if you were far away at the stage show, this is your up close encounter, and I love it. I also think that I may have that It's Good to Be Bad song stuck in my head for the rest of the night, or maybe the following week, because it is very catchy and fun.
Well, as predicted, this was an incredible night. We have had so much fun. If I had to pick a top 3 things, it would be learning about all the sensory sensitive areas, the Boo-to-You parade, the zombies dance party, because the kids loved it. And getting to hang out with all of you guys. So many of you came up to me and said hi. It was just such an exciting and fun night. So we just want to say, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And until next time,
Stay adventurous. Bye.